The following game has been rated M for mature by the ESRB for violence, blood, drug reference, strong language, and use of tobacco. That means anyone under the age of 17 should not be watching this video. You have been warned.
Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today are, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we will be playing Phantom Doctrine. For those who don't know, it is a turn-based strategy, tactical strategy game, where you control a bunch of top secret agents as they perform various covert missions. It is a game in similar vein to XCOM Enemy Unknown in that series, to the extent where the gameplay is, well, similar in terms of base mechanics. There are quite a few differences between the two games. Most notably, you're not fighting aliens, and the game is set during the Cold War era between the United States and the Soviet Union. And from what memory serves, you have two options in regards to the main character. You can play as either an ex-KGB agent, or you can play as a disgraced CIA operative. You don't actually play for either of those two organizations. You end up commanding a... how do I put this? Off-the-books, third-party, covert, independent organization that, near as I can tell, doesn't actually answer to any sort of governmental authority, which means you're also not protected by any governmental authority on that regard as well, at least not directly and/or unofficially. Yes, I know the exact term is official, but we're dealing with spies. Everything they do is unofficially. Because if they do anything officially, it's a really bad day. I have played this game before. I didn't play all that much of it. I got nothing against the game, personally. It's just one of those games that I keep meaning to get back to and never actually get around to doing so. For instance, I had planned on making this video earlier, but never got around to it. Yes, I know that means you guys had to fend for yourselves doing random nonsense. You guys managed to pull through. But I digress. So, the game is made by... Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin.
Alright, so with the new game setup, we have a couple options. We can go with the regular or extended. So full game functionality Phantom Doctrine, but the narrative is simpler to follow. Or I guess we can't go with the extended version because we haven't finished regular. So the extended version is play a more in-depth version of the story and get to the bottom of it. So I'm assuming the regular version is the basic storyline, whereas the extended version, I would assume, goes into, in addition to X happening, then Y also happened, and then you have to deal with Y as well. And since we can't seem to choose the extended version, I guess we're going with regular. So we have, in terms of difficulty, we have easy, medium, and hard, the standard difficulties, as it were. So easy is, of course, a more forgiving experience, recommended for your first playthrough. Medium is a difficulty level suited to players familiar with mechanics specific to Phantom Doctrine. And then hard is ramped up difficulty for those seeking extra challenges. No, it just says extra challenge. Body disposal unavailable. Yeah, so you can't hide your kills there. Let's go with medium. I've kind of played it before. We'll enable the tutorial just for funsies, but we will not be activating Iron Man mode.
Because these games cheat. And I will stack the deck in my favor. I've said that countless times, and I will say it countless times before. No, you can't count. Because you're a plushie. And you don't really know how to count. Unless I say that you can count. It's a very weird relationship we have. Anyway.
So subtitles, all foreign are off. So it selects the various subtitle modes. Foreign is for only non-English voiceover. People on the internet seem to expect subtitles, so we'll keep subtitles. Okay, so here we are with the various backgrounds. So we have the CIA, codenamed Deadpan, as elite CIA wetwork commando, unravel a conspiracy set in the middle of a war-torn Beirut and beyond. Then we have the KGB, codenamed Kodiak, hunt traitors of the motherland as a highly decorated KGB counterintelligence operative. And then different backgrounds feature separate openings with different tactical missions, objectives, and different perspective on the opening story of Phantom Doctrine. Feel free to start with either. And then we have a third locked one, which doesn't get unlocked until we have completed at least one playthrough to unlock this background. So I played as the CIA before. I feel like doing that again. We can choose between either being a guy or a man or a woman. You can also choose a name. I'll go with Otis Liar, because why not? I usually don't much bother with character customization or pictures. I just find the one that has a beard and go with that. I mean, if we just look at, I do sometimes go through them just to see what the options are. More out of curiosity than anything else. As I said, I don't spend much time in character creators. Like, I usually play first person or it's from behind the person's head, so I just make certain they have a beard and I'm good to go. I did also say that I do go through various hairstyles just to see what everything looks like. Okay, so that's the color for the beard. We should probably make them look like the photo. Not one for ties personally, but I'm crazy like that. Kind of like the vest. I also prefer cargo pants, but I'm not quite certain they actually have them. I say that as I find cargo pants, okay. That looks like a good outfit.
What do you mean he stands out? Well, yeah, I mean, the last thing you would think of a spy would be to stand out. So therefore, it's the perfect disguise.
Let us begin. Events you're about to see may have been buried or covered up. Those with traceable records have been marked with the specific date they occurred on. Verify your own risk, but trust no one.
This is Golf Yankee Juliet uniform. Reporting contraband seized.
Understood. Break off patrol. Head back to base.
Товарищ, HMS Conqueror нарушил радиомолчание.
Что? Показать расшифровку. Быстрее! Немедленно послать в Москву! Немедленно!
We got intel from Vladivostok. It's big, Steve.
Langley seen it yet?
No. Should they?
Hell yeah, but use the network. We don't want anyone listening in.
First the British, and now the Americans. Was there anyone else who wanted to involve in our plans?
I am handling it, Valhalla. Get out. Both of you.
Your incompetence has exposed us. Now Iceberg is in jeopardy.
Doing all of this in the open was your idea.
True. It was a simple plan that any fool could have executed. And you failed.
Gentlemen, this problem is easily solved.
Traitors!
Now, don't shout. It's bad for your heart.
Guessing they ain't the good guys. Alright, tutorial operation threshold. Boulder initiative covert ops urgent top secret. Briefing high value cargo hijacked by British. Agent Kingfish to redeploy in UK. Run recovery op. Phase 1. Enters British sector in FRG. Collect necessary forms from secured location. Activate sleeper asset Rook. Further orders to be disclosed in due course. Handler Valhalla. Primary objective, reach the sleeper agent and activate his control phrase. Steal shipping manifest. Evacuate on the other side of the border. Oh, and tip 24 out of 44, only disguised agents can afford to be seen in a restricted area. However, disguises won't fool beholder agents.
I hope you have a good reason for pulling me off that RAF gig.
Absolutely. This operation is crucial to Project Iceberg.
Why are you even talking to me? You're taking an awful risk.
Nonsense. They may be expecting defectors, but not the kind of hardware you're carrying.
Ihre Papiere bitte.
The locator chip indicates the sleeper is in position. Are you familiar with it?
Who could forget that handsome face?
In infiltration stage, guards will only react if you do something suspicious. Move to the indicated position with the right mouse button. You're safe for now.
Haben Sie etwas zu verzollen?
Action points and fire points. Most action costs action points AP. Some actions, especially combat related, and also cost fire points. Phantom Doctrine is a turn-based game, so when all your agents' points are depleted, end your turn. Do that by pressing the hourglass. It's enemy activity time. Extra careful when entering a restricted area, red zone. If guard sees you, he'll activate the alarm. Skip the rest of the turn and guard will continue his patrol. Hint, move the cursor over the character to preview their patrol path. So it looks like he's actually going this way. This way. Ooh, what's this? Oh, I'll find out later.
Who is this Agent Deadpan your file spoke about?
The latest CIA washout. Could be dangerous.
I sincerely doubt that.
Alright, so when in a restricted area, move with caution, use Q and E to rotate the camera for convenience. So I guess we go... We don't go there. Where we go? Oh, we're going here. Avoid cameras that will trigger the alarm if you cross the cone of vision. Cameras can be disabled to find the CCTV central unit, which is the glowy thing. Can we not move there?
Deal with the security quietly. We don't want unnecessary trouble.
Thank you. I can handle myself.
More enemy activity. Enter the main building.
Found our puppet.
Give him the control phrase.
Alright, so I missed what he said, and I have voice volume rather low, I guess, so. But enemy agent located. This is our
For agent, use the
control phrase from the abilities menu. I really should learn to read what's there. Take control of an enemy agent subjected to control. Okay. So this is Agent Rook. Sleeper agent is safe to go anywhere. Go up the stairs, use the mouse wheel to change floors, then select the target tile.
So up to sleeper agent goes. Guards can be taken down silently provided their HP is lower than that of the attacker.
So silently incapacitate the guard, even though I believe he's staring right at us.
Okay.
So all characters have certain levels of awareness. This is used. It is used by select actions, e.g. takedown. Combat awareness allows agents to dodge when shot at, effectively reducing received damage. Awareness regenerates every turn and can be raised by abilities and items. End turn. Use spotters. That's weird. Use spotter support to lift fog of war and reveal enemies and civilians inside indicated room. Note that the support agents operate from specific direction and must have line of sight / fire on the target to be effective. So the tactical spotter east reveals fog of war within the selected area and it makes it harder for enemies in radius to dodge incoming bullets.
Located the documents, but we'll have to breach the room.
Don't worry. I'll clean them this afternoon.
I was not paying attention to that. But it says place your agents at the door to prepare for a breach attack, so that's what I'm going to do.
Select the breach ability. Select marked room for attack and confirm. Breach confers a damage bonus, making it extra deadly.
Your agents move into the designated area and shoot any encountered hostiles, suppressing enemy overwatch. It requires at least 2 agents with firing capacity. Right mouse button on enemies to lock targets. But the breach ability, I already read that. It's breach order prepared. Right mouse button on enemies to lock them in string. I just read that. So I guess it's not going to let me lock targets, so just confirm. And there we go. Note, using non-suppressed weapons always triggers the alarm and starts combat. End turn. Alarm raised, unsuppressed gunfire has been fired.
So we need to get the items from the safe. Then we call for evac.
Customs pillars.
Good. Into the evac zone. The driver will take you directly to Glasgow.
Copy. Over and out.
Oh, there's evac.
Alright, so we need to summon the evac vehicle, summon the evacuation vehicle, selected evac zone, rounds until evac arrives.
Evac inbound.
Evac will take 2 turns to arrive, set up overwatch to guard the room. The other agent to the window. Tip overwatch outside, not a long range overwatch. It's conical area effect as opposed to circular short range overwatch. End turn. I'm guessing somebody's gonna come through. Jump out the window and take cover. Cover reduces incoming damage. One FP and AP, you can use full auto attack, suppress the enemy, practically removing their awareness.
I got this.
Phantom Doctrine has no random chance to hit, but attacks can deal various amount of damage, but as follows: maximum damage to minimum damage. Targets automatically dodge incoming attacks provided they aren't at point blank range. Dodging costs awareness. Dodge attack deals minimum damage, else maximum damage. Damage further reduced by target armor and cover. Note: in infiltration beginning of combat, enemy awareness is always at 0 except for enemy agents who start with full awareness. Alright, move to ground level and hide behind full cover. No, full cover provides better protection than half cover. I'm guessing we're moving there. Some weapons are accurate enough to land devastating headshots but cost awareness. So I'm guessing it's a weird flare gun-ish thing. Confirm. Alright, he's dead. So we end turn. Alright, Buzz is here. So when the evac compromise timer elapses, you incur a danger penalty upon conclusion of the mission. Note, however, that does not affect mission success or failure. So they notice the van in about 3 turns. So we have until then to get into this blue square.
Objective complete.
Have everybody get into the blue rectangle square thingy, and then we can leave. So hit evacuate now. Evacuate all friendly agents present in selected evac zone. Good. Alright, so that's the end of the tutorial. Now we play for keepsies. Alright, so unsanctioned raid Whitefish. We arrived in Pakistan to check up on their alleged nuclear program. We entered the mission area in disguise, but it isn't foolproof. Keep clear of high-ranking Pakistani troops. Do not engage unless they fire first. Confirm existence of the fission device, then evacuate before they know we were even here. Find proof of the project. Evacuate upon completion of main objectives. Tip 41 out of 44. Use stealth to get to your objective without exposing your squad to unnecessary danger. 6 weeks earlier.
You really think this Pakistani nuclear program is legit?
Leslie's usually right about these things.
Really? I bet him $10 it wasn't.
You're a hopeless dreamer, Bolt.
So, Kura Hills Air Force Base, Pakistan, March 11th, 1983, and I did not read local time because it took too long. So this agent is disguised and safe will go anywhere without razor alarm. Suspicious actions witnessed by enemies or civilians will trigger combat. Enemy agents always see through disguise.
He's on the move.
And I missed that completely because I was reading the tooltip. So, we need to get here. Hello. Oh, we find loot. You couldn't walk through the door. Makes about as much sense as anything else I've seen. Move everybody forward.
Yeah?
Ooh, another glowy thing. Out of her range. At least I think Kinest is a woman. Then we in turn.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming looking at that will raise the alarm. So we're just going to go here for now.
I'm here.
This time he didn't jump through a window. Turn. I wonder if we take these people down, are we going to trigger an alarm? I really want to know what's in this thing.
Standing by for orders.
Wrong button.
I accept.
I'm guessing no. Just mess with that. Stupid security measures.
What the?
Can't really do anything here. Okay, so we have to dispose of the body using fire points. So we just check what's on the computer. Classified documents, 1 out of 4. Guess we in turn. They saw nothing. Just gonna shove them in our back pockets real quick. Kind of interesting that to dispose of that body, it took only 1 fire point, whereas for Canasta to do it, it took her 1 movement point and a fire point.
Hey, what the? Let's hook it.
Standing by for orders.
Well, we're still in infiltration phase, so she should be safe out of cover.
Hey, yeah.
Ooh, another shiny thing. Let's try not to jump through windows until we absolutely have to. Just a thought. Yeah, just can ask to sit right there so that way she can watch. And Durand won't move so that way he can just stay put.
I'm here.
Now, are there any windows on this side? No, and I think that door is closed. Yeah, it looks closed. So if I basically go say here, and take you out. It shouldn't cause an alarm. Alright, so not enough fire points to dispose of the body. But we are going to look at the files. Because funsies.
I have no idea what funsies are. It's a term that I've heard.
Yeah, me too.
That's probably why it took a movement point. They had to move off the body in order to dispose of it. Try not to jump through the windows. To reach the area, collect additional intel breaching the bunker.
Got a lot of
Recommended.
background noise. What's up?
Nothing. Lost the tail by hopping on $1 million yacht. No big deal.
Oh, we're looking for the reactor. No luck. Traces everywhere, though.
It's there. Guaranteed. Keep looking.
It's alright, we're still basically looking for the reactor. So, I'm guessing we have to go into here, which means we breach. Just over here. So nothing. Alright, so that's a secondary objective. Alright, so there's no way down off the roof. Move here. Move here. Move here. So before any combat action, we should probably take a look at what we have. So Deadpan, our character, is equipped with that's called an 8M, semi rifle, and we have also a French DAO, which is a pistol, Durand... No, wait. We're not shooting him. Durand, however, is also equipped with a French DAL, as well as a Sparrow, I'm assuming light machine gun? How he's keeping that in his pants, I have absolutely no idea. But he is. I will not complain. Meanwhile, Canasta has an Australia, I'm assuming a submachine gun. It'd be nice if it gave information about those things. And then also a French DAO as a backup weapon. So, those are the weapons that we got equipped. Oh, Durand also has a frag grenade. Nest has a first aid kit and flashbang. As does, well, and Deadpan has also a first aid kit and a smoke grenade. In addition to what they had before. Everybody close, wait till next turn. Because the fireworks are going to start soon. Oh, it's a BM, not an 8M. Okay then. Let's go.
Spotted. Be careful. I have a ton of people who need to die.
For a second, I almost believed you were worried about us.
Okay, so we breached into the, where's the additional intel? Oh, probably there. Really? You couldn't take a picture of it from this side? Okay, so that's classified documents 3 out of 4. Anything else in here? I'm guessing no. Alright, which means fireworks will start soon. Yes, an unsuppressed gun has been fired. I'd like to see them make a suppressor for a light machine gun. Still don't quite know how we fit that down his pants, but he did.
Yeah?
I think that's a civilian. So we want to move the full cover over here. Check Overwatch there. Randall's here. He's technically not in cover, but I only have so much cover to go around. Set up Overwatch here, and then Canasta slides in here. And also sets up Overwatch. Do short range for her. The enemy is thinking. Alright, so I'm definitely assuming that that's a civilian.
Yeah.
So Durand with his big gun moves over here. Not enough action points for Overwatch. So I guess he gets to use his little gun.
Yeah?
Guessing more civilians.
Sure.
And since it looks like walls are over here, I'm assuming any enemies will be coming from this direction. Yep, there they are. So there's one guy just on the other side of that.
Leslie, old Tony owes you $10. We've got a reactor and what looks like a fission device.
And the test is imminent. Get out of here, now.
Copy. The safe's leg. If we jump over the wall from the roof here. Hold.
I heard you. Activate beacon data. Meet you ELV.
Alright, so I'm assuming... The evac zone is over here. So we gotta get over this way. It means we're probably gonna go over rooftop and then jump down. And evac arrives in 4 turns.
Exfil incoming.
Right.
I accept.
And so for now, we just simply, well, leapfrog Overwatch. So that guy's grazed. And that killed him. That's why Overwatch is important.
Uh-huh.
Alright, and since that only was one movement point, guess who gets to Overwatch with the big gun?
Okay.
What do you require?
Let's check to see if there are any hostiles on this side. Oh, enemy reinforcements are arriving. Word got out. Graze. Enemy's certainly taking your sweet time.
Jiminy Christmas.
Deadpan, come in.
We're alive, Leslie.
Oh, good. All I had was static. What happened?
The test.
Alright, so I can attack this guy for 1 movement and 1 fire point, which means Durand won't be able to run as far. Or I can just run.
It's cooking.
Yeah, I don't like my chances.
Standing by for order.
Alright, so I don't think that guard's going to be able to run all the way up here and target us from the roof next turn. So we're going to make for the evac point. Because I'm not here to get an extended firefight with the Pakistani forces. But just in case he does manage to get up that far, we cover our backs. The enemy is thinking, look, a snake. Okay, so now it's our turn. So, helicopter will be in next turn. Let's try to take up positions. She'll be able to get there next turn from where she's at. So we'll just have Canasta do Overwatch. As far as I know, no one's going to be coming from this side. Because that is a barbed wire fence, so it's either that or they come through here. Still, the only guard that I know of is on this side.
What the?
But we'll have the guy with the big gun cover that side, just in case. Alright, Buzz is here. It's got 3 turns before they shoot it down. At least start trying to shoot it down. Everybody in the happy square.
I read you.
Exactly, all friendly agents present in the selected evac zone. All friendly agents are in the evac zone. So up we go. And out we go. Let's point out, they fly over the base that they just raided.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either.
Alright, so mission result success. Secondary objectives completed. 1 out of 1. Agent status. 3 agents exfiltrated. 0 agents left behind. 0 agents lost. Civilian casualties. Yeah, we'll call that 0. They've all been rendered unconscious and dumped somewhere. So danger from civilians 0, danger from MIA agents 0, evac compromise 0, total danger increase 0. So out of material, we acquired 2 out of 5 possible equipment. I have no idea what the other 4 pieces are. Would have been nice to know, but oh well. Once the shooting starts, it's basically fight or flee. And then classified documents acquired 4. So somewhere there was a building I didn't see. Let us continue. Chapter 1 Outfoxed. Leslie, my mentor, asked me to investigate rumors of nuclear research in Pakistan. During our incursion, we witnessed a cold test of a fission device.
Gotta remember, there is a difference between fission and fusion. Difference is that one thing breaks things apart and the other puts them together. Nuclear science in a nutshell.
Which means where was I?
Bit late for that joke. True. But continue on with the debrief.
Which means that the Pakistani are at most months away from gaining nuclear capacity. Someone had to sell them the technology. On tip 40 out of 44, shots fired between characters on adjacent tiles, ignore cover protection, and cannot be dodged. So basically, you get up right next to them and you can just execute them. Alright, so we picked up a light machine gun, the Sparrow, as well as some light armor, but wearing it flags you as openly hostile. So we have a new secret file and secret documents collected. We have a new secret file, theory of conspiracy. Agent report, Duran's body engineering, ENG talent revealed. I'm guessing one of the classified documents was of him. And then new intel times 3 for theory of conspiracy. And this is us. And I'm wounded. Well, Otis Liar is wounded. Because he got grazed by a bullet for 1 point damage. Canasta and Durand are perfectly fine.
Bender's on the line. Someone must have told him about our little trip. Put him through.
Agent Deadpan, I regret to inform you an inspection of your operations is imminent.
Why is that?
Hard to be sure, but my money is on the allegations of an unsanctioned operation in Pakistan.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Leslie isn't your handler anymore. I am. Keep ignoring that, and you'll lose the SWAT. Bender out.
Alright, so that's basically the story going on. So apparently the trip to Pakistan wasn't fully authorized by the big guys in the big building, so there may be some blowback from that. So I wasn't expecting that, but this is the infirmary, so infirmary can assign injured agents to restore health over time. The longer they're hospitalized, the faster the process goes. So I'm just gonna hang in here. So if we go back, this is, well, base for all intents and purposes. So we have the infirmary, which we were just looking at, and then there is also, I guess, the map room where managing your espionage network is all about deciding who goes where and when. Enemy agents are conducting operations with more or less dire consequences. Your job is to find them, assess the danger, decide whether to stop them, or conserve your resources. Every job and every assignment takes time to complete. While you're in the hideout, time is paused. You can only activate it from the world map screen. When time flows, your assignments and jobs progress, but so does enemy activity. Right, so we're just going to skip that for right now. Then we also have crew quarters where our agents, I guess, live. So our agents are Durand, whom we've met, full real name Terry Thompson. He speaks English and Russian. He has very little heat. Various stats. His equipment, various trainings. Oh, he was also originally a Navy SEAL. So, crew quarters allows for equipping your agents. Also, when they level up, they can be sent to trainings that unlock intuition perks, which make them more effective in combat. So then we have Canasta, who just leveled up. So she was formerly a U.S. From the U.S. Marine Corps, and she speaks English and Arabic. Her real name is Judith Allen. Alright, so she can now pick a perk, so you can pick one from a given selection of perks. For each new perk slot, there will be a new random set to choose from. Perks are permanent. So she can be trained as a martial art. Will gain the perk of martial artist, which decreases awareness of takedown, which decreases awareness cost of takedown. She can get peripheral version, where her Overwatch shield remains circular in a wider radius. Scar tissue protects from loss of damage threshold caused by corrosive substances. Or cold-blooded decreases cooldown on the focus ability. What's her health? Where's that? Maximum hit points 86. SC 89. So those are the two agents that we've used. There's also Deadpan, which is technically our character. He's at 87 hit points total. Now we'll go with peripheral vision. He didn't go up, so he doesn't get a new perk. But in addition to the three people that we just played with, we also have Bush Baby, also known as Camille Henry. She speaks French, and apparently only French. She is from Galadio. Right, so I'm assuming she's from she is from some sort of French military outfit. I'm not familiar with the name, but then again, I'm not familiar with most international combat units. So she has that training. There's also Spirit, whose real name is Daniel Vinogradov. He only speaks Russian, and he is originally from the KGB. So he's a Russian working for the CIA. Go figure. And then there's also Buster, whose real name is Hakan Alright, I am not going to pronounce that correctly. Iroguli. And he speaks Turkish, and he's originally from MIT. I don't think that's the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And then there is, of course, I already talked about him. He's originally from the CIA. So we also have peripheral vision, martial artist, from expert marksman, and combat senses. Single shot attacks no longer end turn, and increase maximum awareness. I think that means we might actually get a free action? No. No, I guess that just means that it doesn't automatically end everything. So we can just basically open fire with a single shot attack and then go running. Yeah, well, that sounds fun. Alright, so that's all the training for now. So that's the crew quarters. We also have the workshop where I guess we build things. So workshop allows for crafting of items otherwise unavailable, performing various unlocks and upgrades to your hideout facilities. So we have various tech facilities, tech upgrades, where we can upgrade the forger facility, which unlocks forger facility, cache forging, character customization, and identity. Recon equipment unlocks tactical recon job, allowing to gain tactical advantages during missions. Crew quarters expansions, which increase the agent limit, and then analytics expansion, which additional investigation board job slot. You can also build basic things, so basically we can have Canasta, because she's selected, build either a flashbang or a set of lockpicks, which enable the opening of locked doors. Let's build some lockpicks. And because I have the cash, let's also develop the upgrade of the forger facility. Can we upgrade other? Okay, so we can only upgrade one thing at a time. Well, one facility at a time. I'm assuming we're still crafting that. There's something else at the lock. Oh, there's even more. So we can do an infirmary expansion with one more infirmary slot. Hideout permanent detectors, maximum danger increased, effectively reducing risk of raids and related objects. And related losses, I'm sorry. So, as we saw in the debriefing, there's a listing for dangers. So, from what I recall from last time I played this game, the danger threshold or danger rating is a global numerical value. Basically, it's how close your group is, how the likelihood of your group being detected. And when you're detected, your opponents then assault your hideout. From my understanding, danger increases through a variety of means, leaving people behind, being messy in the wet work, even hiring new agents increases the danger rating. And the only way to lower the rating is to move the hideout. And then we have improved real estate contacts, which more hideout candidates discovered on the world map. Like I said, moved the hideout. So we're able to move around. So that's everything in the workshop. And then we have analytics. Where in analytics, you can assign agents to solve secret files. Over time, they will work on them for you and notify you when they're either done or no longer have intel to work on. So we have various analytical jobs. And then we can also move the hideout, but we have no place to move it to. And we have no need to move it right now. So, do you wish to go through a quick investigation board tutorial? Sure, why not? Because I do not remember what it is. So, notice the classified purse. I did not finish reading that. Draw a line between two related files. So, this is basically, so if anybody's ever watched any spy or police TV shows, you occasionally see them with like a board with various things attached to it and then like yarn or string moving from one thing to another. This is basically that. So whatever piece of intel this is, the keynotes are Deacon, Mackinnon, and the word Chamberlain. So since this is Deacon Mackinnon, bring this over here, because that connects to whatever this is. Now make the two remaining connections. So, we're trying to figure out, I guess, who Argiver is. Then we also have Larry McDonald, and then Larry McDonald and the code word CoverGirl. So, that's there. And Chamberlain is also connected to this thing, which also references a Constable 1. So, we're out of additional intel. Additional intel is obtained from informers' interrogation during tactical missions, among others. This tutorial, you'll get it for free. So if we continue, we receive new intel. Place it on the board. So this is our new intel. Some intel requires additional analysis. So we open it. I said we open it. There we go. So figure out the keywords and context of the sentences. Look for codenames of agents, places, and organizations. So we have something redacted. We have CoverGirl. Well, it won't let me because of this. So I'm guessing CoverGirl is a code name. So before you throw another fit, yes. Oh, CoverGirl, before you throw another fit, yes, I have read your report on the incident at the Atlanta convention. But even if your intel about Big Daddy crossing state border 2 days prior, losing his tail for a while, 40 hours is for a whole 40 hours is true, it's all circumstantial evidence. I still called Agavir's office in case they wanted to press charges. They told me explicitly to drop it. As much as I agree with there's something fishy about all this, my hands are tied. So it wants that, so that's Agravir, and find two other missing keywords. Well, we know CoverGirl is already a keyword, and then one alias remaining. I'm assuming that's Big Daddy. Won't let me do so this material is classified unless you're authorized to view it. Please return it to the nearest U.S. consulate. So that's all the code words we get out of that thing. So we'll make the two remaining connections. So we have access to CoverGirl here, and then Agaver is here. So we've connected that Larry McDonald is in some way through this cover girl also connected to Agaver. And that's the tutorial. Not quite certain how this Deacon McMahon fits in, or Chamberlain or Constable 1, but that may require intel we just don't have. So that was the tutorial. The actual intel we have is Theory of Conspiracy. So we have about recent complaints from Redacted about the dig in Alaska. We need to get the FBI's attention away from the site. Here's how. 1. Spray the local populace with an irritating agent. Something nasty. 2. Spread rumors about deliberate poisoning attempt from Monoxide's planes. They go from Vladisvok to Reykjavik every other day. Contrails as proof. Our guy is already working on something sciencey sounding to explain that. 3. Watch the Fed scramble for evidence. All we need is a catchy term for the op. Poison spray, toxi-trails. Then Redacted brought in a real gem yesterday, a club devoted to proving Copernicus wrong. They literally believe Earth is flat. Can you believe the potential here? Sparkplug is going to give them some cash for research and publicity. Then we'll put them in one bag with the flying saucers, secret government bunkers, and actual beholder ops like Mockingbird, Galadio, or Inflecting. Thanks to the power of association, no sane person will ever believe we actually infiltrated all the major media outlets of the United States. So for here, I'm guessing we're looking for an organization, like say the FBI. Guess not. What else is sounding When in doubt, just click everything. So we're looking for an organization and a person, I guess. Well, the FBI is an organization, but it won't let me highlight it. Do I have to drag? I don't know. Alright, so these files inserted from Beholder Communications and internal memos documents for how Beholder Initiative uses popular conspiracy theories and unexplained events to create a whole layer of decoys that muddle the image of the true extent of the initiative's influence on world events. So Beholder, I'm guessing, is the organization. Or not. Right, so Sparkplug's the person. We know FBI isn't that. And then Monoxide's the organization.
Yes, I found that out by randomly clicking every word I could find.
So we have that. So we're looking for Sparkplug and connection between Sparkplug and Monoxides. And we also have Bernard Gellin, wherever the hell he is. Okay, so we have Bernard Gellin, yesteryear, lukewarm, and Monoxides. Let's look at the rest of the info. We also have Citadel, yesteryear, Sparkplug, and 1418. And the last of the intel has Valhalla, 1418, and Brown-Eyed Gal. So we know. Put this up top real quick, just to keep everything slightly more organized. So we know Bernard Gellin's connected to these things right here, and which includes Monoxides. And then we also have 1418, which I'm assuming is some sort of code name connected there, who has some kind of contact to Sparkplug. Oh, and they both have some sort of connection to this thing called Yesteryear. So I guess Sparkplug is this Benjamin Gellin. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other code words, so guessing that's it. So if we go back to the world map, we have map legend, hideout, hideout candidate, beholder cell. I'm guessing beholder's the bad guy that people were looking at. Conspiracy plot, enemy recon, suspicious activity, location with no agents, location with agents, traveling agents, informer, informer assassination, and special mission. Oh, and we are called the Cabal. Because why not? Alright, so we have suspicious activity. Over time, suspicious activity signals appear around the world. They may be enemy operations, friendly informers, additional hideout candidates, or just harmless false positives. Alright, so we have a job set up in Baghdad. We need to scout the target area, reveal enemy activity, informers, and potential hideout locations. Who speaks Arabic again? Because it's in Baghdad? Yeah, it's in Baghdad, which is in Iraq. So, probably be helpful if we had somebody who speaks Arabic. French, Russian. So both Deadpan and Canasta speak Arabic, and Canasta's building things. So, now that Deadpan's out of the hospital, Boss gets to go on a field trip. Next time. Boss gets to go on a field trip next time, because I'm calling it there.
Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.